We've got 8 cars from the L case set to battle 8 cars from the M case. Get ready for the Hot Wheels Race Case Challenge. Which case has the faster Hot Wheels? We are going to find out. And is there a car fast enough to make the top speed ladder here at the Hot Wheels Head-to-Head Racing channel? 16 cars total qualified to determine the case matchups and lane starts. For each match, cars will switch lanes and the top speed moves on. This is the Hot Wheels Race Case Challenge, and it should be a fun one. Our first match today is going to be the red hot Toyota Supra out of the M case going up against the McLaren Elva from the L case. They are staged and ready. You got the Supra in lane number 1, the McLaren is in lane number 2. The Toyota Supra taking the first run, a 1.569. That's now the time to beat for the McLaren. They swap lanes. We got the McLaren in lane 1. The Toyota Supra is in lane 2. Toyota wins again. They'll advance to the Excel 8 in round number 2. It puts the M case cars out front 1-0 over the L case cars in the Race Case Challenge. Up next, the Lamborghini Xi'an tries to get the L case in the win column against the Camaro SS from the M case. They are staged and ready to race. The Lamborghini puts down a 1.566 on the first run. That is now the time to beat to move on. They switch it up. Camaro sliding inside lane 1. The Lamborghini is on the outside. Times are closer, but the Lamborghini wins the match in a trip to the Excel 8. L case now in the win column in the Race Case Challenge. It's 1-1 as we get set for match number 3. The 68 El Camino idles in lane number 1 and waits for the Koenigsegg Gemera in lane number 2. They are ready to race. A couple of pretty slow times on that first run, but the El Camino takes the win and sets the time to beat at 1.580 as they switch lanes. Let's do it again. A much better time for the El Camino, moving on to round 2 in the Excel 8. L case cars are now up 2-1 over M case. It's the Race Case Challenge. Next up in round number 1, we find out how a drift car does on the drag strip. The Dodge Challenger drift car is in lane number 1, supercharged over in lane number 2. They are lined up and ready to race. Let's do it. Not great times, but another close race. The Dodge Challenger drift car out front in the first run for the win. 1.582 is now the time to beat for supercharged. And the Dodge Challenger drifts on to the Excel 8 in round number 2. L case cars adding to the lead in the Race Case Challenge. That brings us to match number 5 in the first round. Lethal Diesel coming from the L case in a showdown with the 62 Corvette Gasser from the M case. Lethal Diesel revs up lane 1. Corvette gassing up in lane 2. That's a 1.557. That's the fastest time so far in the Race Case Challenge. Lethal Diesel with the win. The Gasser needs to beat a 1.557 if they plan to move on. Lethal Diesel off to round 2 with that win. The L case cars are out front 4 wins, M case 1 win. As we check out another drift car on the drag strip. It's the Nissan Maxima drift car out of case M, set to go head-to-head with the Honda S2000 from the L case. They are staged and ready to race. A good first run for the Honda S2000. 1.567 is the time to beat for the Nissan drift car as they switch lanes and race it again. The Honda S2000 advancing in the Race Case Challenge to round 2. Can the M case cars make a comeback? They're down 5-1. Can the Dodge Viper keep the L case win streak going? Or maybe the 84 Mustang is the answer for the M case? Let's find out here. We'll keep it going. Match number 7, round 1 in the Race Case Challenge. That's now the fastest run today, a 1.551 from the 84 Mustang. Can they do it again? Let's swap lanes and find out. Dodge Viper on the inside this time. The Mustang moves on to the Excel 8 Round 2. M-Case cars, they get win number 2. We are at the final match, Round 1, in the Race Case Challenge. The Aristorat representing the M-Case, Lamborghini Miura, the L-Case. Got the Rat all set, lane number 1. The Lamborghini Miura's on the outside, lane number 2. The Aristorat blows out the Lamborghini on that first run. We'll do a lane swap. A 1.562 is the time to beat for the Miura to advance to the next round. Hey, the Rat moves on, and don't look now, M-Case cars are making a comeback. Now 3 wins, the L-Case cars with 5 wins. That brings us to Round 2, the Excel 8 of the Race Case Challenge. You're watching the Hot Wheels Head-to-Head Racing channel. The Toyota Supra will try to make it win number 4 for the M-Case cars. The Lamborghini Chiron ready in lane number 2. The Toyota Supra revving it up in lane number 1. They're staged and ready. Let's find out. The Supra got a nice start off the gate, and a win on that first run sets the time to beat at 1.556 as they switch lanes for the second run. It's back-to-back wins for the Supra. They'll be advancing to the Fast 4. M-Case cars only down by 1. 5-4 the score in the Race Case Challenge. The next match, 2 L-Case cars ready to race for that trip to the Fast 4. The 68 El Camino's got the inside lane. Dodge Challenger drift car outside, lane 2. You like close racing? That was close. The drift car squeaks out the first run at 1.564, the time the El Camino will need to beat. They flip lanes, they're ready to race again. These 2 cars have got it going on. Close again, but the Dodge Challenger advances to the Fast 4. The L-Case cars notch another win. Next up, in the Race Case Challenge, 2 more L-Case cars advancing from Round 1. Lethal Diesel pulls up lane 1. The Honda S2000 takes the outside lane. Lethal Diesel way out front on the first run sets the time to beat at 1.561. They switch it up for the second run. Oh, the dreaded double-edged sword. The Honda S2000 with the win, but they needed to beat a 1.561. Look at how close that was. L-Case cars now a 7-4 lead in the Race Case Challenge. You are looking at the last 2 cars in the Excel 8 Round 2. Both are M-Case cars. The 84 Mustang SVO 41 grams. It is the heaviest car in the Race Case Challenge up against the cool fantasy Aristorat. The Mustang is just too much for the Aristorat on that first run. They'll need to beat a 1.556 to advance. Time to switch lanes and race it again. The 84 Mustang moving on to the Fast 4. The L-Case car still clinging to a 7-5 lead in the Race Case Challenge. We started with 16 cars, 8 from L-Case, 8 from the M-Case. The Fast 4 are left. In the first race, Fast 4, the classic red Toyota Supra revving it up for a date with the Dodge Challenger drift car. M-Case car versus L-Case car. Who's going to win? That is now the fastest run in the Race Case Challenge. The Supra picking up the pace at 1.547. It's now the time to beat for the Dodge Challenger, who is on the inside lane. Toyota Supra edges out the Dodge Challenger in a trip to the finals in the Race Case Challenge. M-Case cars back within 1 of the L-Case cars. 7-6 is the score. All right, next up, the other Fast 4 matchup. Lethal Diesel bringing some speed from the L-Case to challenge the 84 Mustang from the M-Case. Last 2 runs. Who's going to the finals? Wow, Lethal Diesel coming to life across the line first, a 1.553. The 84 Mustang going to have to beat a 1.553 to make the final and a chance at the top spot in the Race Case Challenge. They're staged and ready for the final run. The 84 Mustang just did it. The fastest time in the Race Case Challenge, a 1.546 beating the 1.553 they needed. They're off to the finals to meet the Supra. We're all tied up. L-Case cars, 7 wins. M-Case cars, 7 wins. And with that time of 1.546, the 84 Mustang turned a fast enough time to land in the top speed ladder here at the Hot Wheels Head-to-Head Racing channel. The race is for third place. 2 L-Case cars match up. Dodge Challenger drift car takes on Lethal Diesel, lining up outside lane number 2. Lethal Diesel dominates that run for the win. Dodge Challenger will have to beat a 1.555 if they want third place. Let's switch up lanes and see who gets third place. There is your third place finisher, Lethal Diesel across the line first. Back-to-back wins over the Dodge Challenger drift car. L-Case cars are back up 8-7 in the Race Case Challenge. We move on to the final. We started with 16 cars. You are looking at the final 2, both coming from the M-Case. The Toyota Supra gets lane 1 on the first run. The 84 Mustang likes the outside. Let's race. There's another close finish on the first run. The 84 Mustang is not letting up, a 1.550. The Supra with a 1.551. That is close. They swap lanes for race 2. Toyota Supra has to beat a 1.550 for the top spot in the Race Case Challenge. Who wants it? The 84 Mustang, another tick faster on that run, a 1.549. There is your top car in the Race Case Challenge. L-Case cars, M-Case cars, tied 8 wins each after all said and done. Tiebreaker goes to the case with the fastest car. Here are the results and the fastest times. The fastest car was the 84 Mustang SVO from the M-Case. Thank you for watching the Hot Wheels Head-to-Head Racing channel. Make sure to subscribe, like, and share if you enjoyed the racing.